Welcome to the first week of Connect Groups. I'm dropping in for a few moments to join you so that I can make sure that your group stays connected and in sync with all the other Connect Groups at Fusion City Church. To be sure that you're in the group with all things Fusion, be sure to check out the Church Center app. This app is the app that Fusion uses for all of our events, sermon notes, videos from Sunday service, Connect Group communication, me time schedule, and the app even keeps up with your volunteer weekends. The app really is a great resource for you to take advantage of, so I encourage you to use it. During the first meeting of the session, it's always a good idea to talk through group expectations. In just a minute, I want you to pause this video and discuss your own expectations with your group. Simply go around the room clockwise and give each person a chance to voice their expectations for this session. A good question that might help you get started is, why am I here and what do I expect to get out of the time that I am investing in this group? I also encourage you to discuss with the group what your expectations are for food planning and childcare, if those things are applicable to your group. So I encourage you now, pause the video and share your expectations with your group. Welcome back. I've been able to join a lot of groups, and I often hear people say that they expect to build healthy relationships, grow closer to God, eat good food, and to be held accountable, and so on. All those things are great expectations, and I, too, expect those things to happen for you and your group. When Fusion City Church first started Connect Groups, we, too, had some expectations that we wanted for all of our groups. The expectations that we have for all of our groups will ensure that your expectations that you mentioned a little earlier, all of those will come to fruition. One of the first expectations for all groups is that everyone comes prepared. Everyone reads the assigned passage prior to attending Connect Group. And if you don't come prepared, then you obviously can't participate in any meaningful way. We also expect everyone to show up and attend every week. We intentionally create Connect Group breaks and sessions to help alleviate burnout. Attendance is vital to maintain a healthy Connect Group. The last expectation that I'd like to mention is community service projects. Every session, we encourage all of our Connect Groups to find a need and then meet that need as a group. If your group has some community service project that has worked really well for your group, I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to share your ideas with the groups that might be looking for some new ideas, and your group might just have the perfect solution for them. And lastly, before I go, I want to help you get started in discussing 1 John chapter 1. And I trust that you came prepared to discuss chapter 1 right now. We do have a great tool to help you prepare for your Connect Group meetings. It's found in the app within your group in the Resources tab. Simply click Me Time. Now, take a look at the Me Time tool as a group, and feel free to ask each other the questions that are found on that sheet. Who wrote the passage? Who was the passage written to? When was the passage written? Who are the main people or people groups in the passage? And what are the repeating words or phrases and thoughts? What are the cause and effect phrases, like the phrases with if or then or but and therefore? Where do the events in the passage take place? By discussing the meaning of the passage, you can then start drawing meaningful engagement and application with God's Word. And be sure to ask follow-up questions that will help you dive even deeper into the Bible. Like, what does this passage show me about Jesus? And what can I do because of this passage that will make me more like Jesus? What is my prayer as a result of the passage? And what are the things in this passage that doesn't make sense to me? Finally, if these questions don't give you a chance to discuss your biggest takeaway from your me time, be sure to share that with the group. For me, one of my big takeaways from 1 John chapter 1 is found in verse 10. It says, "If we say we have not sinned, we make him a liar, and his word is not in us." In life, we can be so tempted to do things our way and reason with ourselves to think that we know best for us and our family and our situations. We can even find ourselves justifying sin in our own life. Verse 10 is a big reminder for me to always know that God knows best and to align my life with His Word. C.S. Lewis said in Mere Christianity, "There is difficulty about disagreeing with God. He is the source from which all of our reasoning power comes from. You could not be right and He wrong any more than a stream can rise higher than its own source. When you are arguing against Him, you are arguing against the very power that makes you able to argue at all. It's like cutting off the branch that you're sitting on." Verse 10 has helped me focus, refocus, and remember that God is in charge and I am not. Now, earlier I said that I want to help you get started in discussing 1 John chapter 1. And so don't let my thoughts be the only conversation that you have about this chapter. Each one of you has your own individual takeaways as well. Be sure to discuss those. Now, go and discuss. And before you leave your meeting, be sure you pray together. And until we see each other again, I pray that you stay safe and God bless.